welcome to the stream. I'm just going to mute myself while I get things set up, and then I'll be right with you. Thank you, Amir. Good to see you in the chat. Let me... waiting for just one or two people to get in, because they haven't sent Ted a friend request. Ah, there we go. Austria is always a good one. Looking forward to this. Have a quick check of the standings. Thirteen and a half points. Alpine just about ahead of us. Oh. Speed. As I say, guys, if you're watching afterwards, please feel free to skip to the race, because we're still waiting for people to get in and apparently to select their cars. There we go. Oh god, speed. Man, the guy just can't catch a break. His controller's dying now. Ugh. Looks like we're going. So, Austria. Always a very exciting track. Looking forward to this one. Elite settings. It's one of the easier tracks on elite settings, just because there's fewer corners really to navigate. So, here we are for the start of qualifying. Let me get all of my telemetry for you all. Alright, So Austria, as I was saying, it's one of the easier tracks with elite settings to learn. Partly because there's so few corners, but also because there's no sort of there's no real tricky corners to see where to turn in, where to get the power down. It's pretty intuitive on this track. So, yeah, maybe perhaps this track isn't going to be as much of a challenge for our drivers today, but in terms of qualifying anyway. But in the race, it's always a tricky one because the racing is often very close around here, and it's very difficult to stay within people's gearboxes without causing crashes, especially with some of the curbs being auto spin curbs around here, such as well, that little kink is turn 2, isn't it? So it's going to be turn 4, 5, 6, 7. Turn 7 and 8 around there. You got to avoid the curbs. Either you go fully onto the curb or you completely avoid the curb. If you try and do in between, you're going to end up in the wall. So it's a tricky one to get right, but just here. But yeah, this track is usually fairly intuitive on for our elite settings race today. So as Seb Mail begins his first lap, we'll just have a look at the chat. Speed said on Discord it's a wet race. Oh no. Oh, okay. Hi Scott, how are you doing? Yeah, the DSQ was something else. I'll say that much. Yeah, it happens. I'm just cursed on Fridays, I guess. But we'll ride on board with Seb Mail as he's going to complete the first lap. There's Vardy right behind him, who's also on a lap. So hopefully they don't clash, because Vardy is on different tyres as well. So yeah, this could get dicey, because Vardy's going to be a lot faster. Hopefully things stay clean, but Vardy's definitely going to struggle in that dirty air. As Seb Mail now comes through turn 7 and 8, I believe. And down towards turn 9 as there's an Alfa Romeo. Is that Vardy? No, it's the other Alfa Romeo of Speed Alcoholic. I guess his controller disconnected again. He's been having problems all day with his controller. But here comes Seb Mail across the line for a 1 minute 5.8 on those medium tyres. And it looks like he's going to go again. So we'll keep an eye on that. Aces versus Kings beats him into pole 105.2 for now. Vardy did a 106.0, which I'm guessing was not helped by the fact he was right behind the other driver. Ugoni now in the Haas goes into provisional pole with a 104.8. I'm not sure what pole pace is going to be around here. I would assume a sort of a low 4, I would say. But Rick goes P5 for now. He's not going to be happy with that lap at all, from what he was saying to me before this race. As his teammate looks like he's coming across the line, but he's invalidated, so he's going to go again on those mediums. As Ted now comes across the line. Oh yeah, that's not the lap that he would have wanted. The 109.6. Moti Peretz 107.5, and Ugoni's looking fairly comfortable as Speed Alcoholic is on his medium tyre lap. What's he going to be able to do? It gets on that curb a little bit, that's always risky, but manages to keep the car on track. Hopefully his controller doesn't disconnect midway through the corner. As Vans Racing goes into P3, that's a good lap from him. Amir now, the championship leader, goes into provisional pole with a 104.2, and Speed does a 104.5 on the mediums, so I think a low 4 might well be beaten here. I think Speed will get himself into the 3s, assuming his controller is okay. And assuming he goes onto the softs, because that's not guaranteed. He could go on the different strategy here, as we've got yellow flags through sector 2. That's a McLaren. I think it's Kapitanov. Yes, it is indeed. Who is that coming across the line? That's Womax, but he was on an outlap, so he's just about to start his lap. We'll head into dynamic view for now. Zuba's about to cross the line for his lap. Lostock, is he? No, he's further up the track, so that's the other Aston Martin. Avi, the championship challenger, goes into P2, just a couple of tenths behind his championship rival. He's 11.5 points behind, I think, or was it 12.5, something like that, as Tia goes into P9 on the mediums. But yeah, Avi's got a mountain to climb in these last few races of the championship. But all it takes is one bad race for Amir. That's all it takes. As that's Lostock going into P5 in the Aston Martin. There's a Red Bull coming across. He's about to start a lap. That's T-Bran 1. Here comes Womax towards the end of his lap. What's he going to do? Don't invalidate the last corner. It's very easy to do. He doesn't. And he's going to come across the line for 1 minute 6.2. And yeah, he's going to be hoping for better than that, I think. Moti Perez a 6.4. That's a little bit better, but yeah, the pace is quite varied towards the back of the grid, but as you can see at the front, it's pretty close. Avi and Amir have been so consistent, great racing, both deserving champions. Absolutely agreed. They've been fantastic. That race from Amir in Silverstone, I think that was a championship winning drive. To come back from that and to do a 0 stop and win the race, I wrote him off. When he didn't go in the pits, I wrote him off. I thought, okay, he's just binned away his championship. That's what I was thinking, I'm not going to lie. But he proved me well and truly wrong. So fair play to him as Ugoni starts his lap in the Haas. He's going to be hoping to improve. He's currently sitting over fairly decent P4 as he goes purple through Sector 1. Looks like Kapitanov is coming to the end of his lap, but he's got no front wings, so he's going to be heading back into the pits, unfortunately. That's an Alpine of Aces. He's coming over to start a lap. Moti Perez, he's coming into the pits. So yeah, Ugoni is going to be next across the line. So right on board with him. He's a 10th up on his previous time. That was a bit wide through turn 7 though. He won't be happy with that as he comes into the final sector. You've really got to chuck the car around turn 9 here, and he really did there. Down towards the final corner, gets it pretty well. What's it going to be? It's a 1 minute 4.6. It is an improvement, but it hasn't put him any higher up the grid. Rain in 15 minutes, rain in race at the end. It was an unbelievable recovery, I agree. It was absolutely incredible to watch, that was. Tempted to not qualify and have fun overtaking. Well, I mean, are you going to do a Zach, Rick? Are you going to do a Zach Sweeney on us? As Amir has come out on the medium tyres. I'm sure he set that first lap on the soft, so he reckons he can beat that lap on the mediums, but he's not going to do it by invalidating it at the first corner, that's for sure. So we'll go back on board with the Williams of... No, that's an Alpine. Is that Aces? Yeah, he is. He's coming round on a lap for the medium tyres. But that's not a good lap, I've just noticed. And he's just invalidated in this next one as well, which is very unfortunate. Tiers coming across to start his lap. That looks like Amir is... Oh no, that's the other Mercedes of Zuba, who goes into P5. Great lap from Zuba. 1 minute 4.7. Love to see Zuba doing well. Who else is out? Yeah, it's just Amir, so, but he's not on a lap after that invalidation. So we'll go back. I think that's the Williams of Tia. No, it's the other Williams. Is there another Williams? Wait. Oh, it's an Aston Martin. I can't read colours apparently. As Lostock comes in. I swear I'm not colourblind. Lostock comes across the line on the softs for another lap. What's it going to be? It's... oh no, sorry, that was an out lap. Could have sworn it said it wasn't an out lap, but... Anyway, here comes... Is that Tia coming across the line? It is. but he's 3/10 down through Sector 2, so it would have been a mighty Sector 3, and it was. Wow, he beat his previous time, so obviously he didn't quite hook up Sector 3 very well last time, as I think that was Glitch, just went into P5 in the Alpha Tauri, so good lap from him, 1 minute 4.6. Look how close the grid is between those top 6, 5/10 in it between all of 6 of them, and Lostock is not too far behind either. Although, remember, Speed did that lap on the mediums, so he is looking absolutely formidable as usual. He's just about to start a lap on the softs, I've just seen. Here comes T-Bran on an out lap, though. There's the Ferrari of Womax. So what are you doing, Isaac? You have to be quick to do that anyway, or as Womax cuts the pit entry. I'm not quite sure about that one. And also gets himself a warning for speeding in the pit lane. I think that was Vans Racing on an outlap. Is that Lostock? He's coming into the pits. Ace versus Kings on the medium tyres. He's invalidated at the last corner again, which is not at all what he would have wanted. As Glitch comes across the line of 4.4. Look how close these times are. 400ths away from the front row for Glitch. Is he going to go again? He can't. He can't go again. He's got no ERS left. So, Speed Alcoholic, here he comes. 5/10 faster through Sector 2. Expect a blasting pole lap. He has to lift off through the last corner to avoid invalidating, though, but he still gets onto pole position at 1 minute 4.1. So, Speed Alcoholic, definitely the one to watch today. As long as his controller doesn't disconnect. As I say, he's been having problems with it all day, so fingers crossed for him. I know how it feels to have your equipment let you down, so I can definitely sympathise with him. As Glitch, yeah, he's definitely backed off. T-Bran has managed to get himself disqualified. Yeah, I can sympathise with that as well after today. Is that Ted? Is he on a lap? Surely not. He is on a lap. Not anymore. He's probably going to finish off the lap, but does he have a front wing? Because that seemed very unusually wide. Maybe he just messed up his braking zone. It's hard to tell. No, I think he's just finding it difficult out there, which is fair enough. Elite settings is no joke, even around a track like Austria. As Amir is now on an outlap on the softs, so he's going to be looking to secure that pole position back from Speed. He's about a 10th down for now. The Womax keeping the realism. Yeah, absolutely. So Amir coming across. We'll keep an eye on him. Zuba's on an outlap. Is anyone else coming across the line for a lap? Moti Peretz. Yeah, he's on a lap, so we're right on board with the Ferrari. He's going to be hoping to improve a bit. He's currently P14. Game says he's purple in Sector 2. I do not trust that. Sorry, Moti Peretz, nothing against you, but the game is notorious with making people purple through Sector 2 when they're actually not. So, as that's very slow through the final corner. He lost a lot of time there, Moti Peretz, and indeed, it's no improvement. So I don't know if he'll be going again, but let's see. Amir is up by just under half a tenth on his previous lap. It's not going to be enough, but has he hooked up Sector 3 well enough? No, it's a 1 minute 4.2 again. 300ths better than his previous best, but it's not enough to take that pole off Speed, who is looking formidable right now. About 3.5 minutes left in this session, so plenty of time still, especially on a track like Austria. There's such a short track, you can get so many laps in. As Ugoni, that's the other Haas of Vans Racing, he's coming to the pits. I'm looking at the mini-map right now. Moti Peretz, no improvement. Is that Amir coming across the line? No, that is Zuba, who has not improved. Oh yeah, he was backed off on that lap. Here comes Amir. He's just under his previous lap. Well, I should say over his previous lap. So I think that was Tia splitting the Ferraris into P13 back there, but here comes Amir. No, he's into the pits, so he's going to abandon that one. It's like Vardy on an out lap. So here comes Ugoni towards the end. He's 3/10 up on his previous best. So he's going to be looking to maybe get on the front row here in the Haas. Ugoni round the final corner. It's looking pretty clean. What's it going to be? It's a 4.3. He's just off the front row. Look how close this qualifying is. My goodness me. 3/10 between the top 5. And then just over half a second between the top 6. And then Lostock, as I say, not too far behind. This is so close. Ugoni gets a bit of a moment, but I don't think he was on a lap. Rick is disqualified from the session. I don't know if he intended to do that or if he spun and the game has decided to disqualify him, but regardless, he is out of the session, so he will be starting from the back of the grid. Who's that coming across the line? Is that Womax? No, it's Moti Peretz, but he's going into the pits. Let's watch Vardy as he ends off his lap. Around the final few corners, it's looking pretty clean. It's looking very clean from Vardy. I don't know if... Oh no, it was no improvement. It was very clean third sector, but obviously it didn't quite get the other sectors right. Who else have we got? Is that Ted? He's invalidated. Is that Avi? No, it's Aces. No, it's... Oh, it was Avi. He was coming into the pits. So he's not going to be able to set another lap, so Avi will be stuck on that 1 minute 4.4 as Womax goes into P8 with a 5.0. My god, these qualifying times. They're so close. Womax is retired from the session on track, which the stewards might be having a look at. Who's that coming across the line? That's Speed Alcoholic to start his final lap of the session, as is Amir. He's coming around the final few corners now to start his final lap. I think there's enough time. I think there's just under a minute left. Yeah, 47 seconds. So we'll watch Zuba as well, because he's not far behind. He's going to get a small toe off that Williams up towards turns 2 and 3. That's turn 3 pretty well. It's hard to work out where you can put the power down through turn 3. But Zuba's navigated it fairly well. We'll keep an eye on him, but we'll also look towards the people coming across the line. Vans Racing is starting a lap. Lostock also starting a lap, I think. No, it will be Glitch. Maybe last across the line. No, he's going into the pit. So last across the line will be Lostock. So we'll keep an eye on him. But here comes Speed. He's not up through Sector 2 on his previous time. What can he do here as he comes to the line? That was very clean through the last corner. What's it going to be? It's a 3.9. Can anyone beat that? Amir's coming through. He's 3/10 down, so he's not going to be beating that. Glitch is invalidated. He's not on a lap. Aces versus Kings. He's a 10th down. Lostock. He's just over half a tenth. Well, exactly half a tenth up on his best. Obviously not enough to beat Speed, but it might be enough to get him ahead of Aces versus Kings, who has come into the pit. So Lostock we'll keep an eye on, because he's going to be last across the line. Hopefully that Haas in front of him doesn't cause him any bother. Where's the Sector 2? Oh, it was further up, so I didn't see it. I don't know how far up or down he is on his previous best, but he comes through and invalidates. I could see that coming as soon as he turned in. And very unfortunate for the Aston Martin. He could have been up into P7, but it's not too big of a deal. But look at this. Half a second between the top 6 drivers. Speed Alcoholic pole by 3/10. So, as I say, pretty comfortable for him. But, I mean, 2/10 between 2nd and 6th, which is absolutely mental. Yeah, wow, what a race we have in store today. But it is Speed Alcoholic on pole position. Hopefully his controller behaves, with Amir in P2, Glitch on the second row with Ugoni in the Haas, just 7,000th of a second between them. Zuba P5, Avi in P6, Aces P7, Lostock P8, Vardy P9, Womax rounds out the top 10, Vans Racing in P11, Sebmail on the mediums in P12, Moti Peretz 13th, and then Tia, Ted, Kapitanov, Tibran and Rick both disqualified from the session, and they will make up the back row. Just gonna have a sip of water. Hopefully you can't hear me drinking. So, waiting for the race to begin. But Avi, by the way, down in P6 to start off this race. So he's not going to be happy at himself because it's very easy to get stuck in DRS trains around this track. So Avi, in his bid to catch Amir before the end of this championship, he's going to need to pull off an absolute worldie tonight and hope that Amir has a bad race starting from that front row. But nearly ready to start the formation lap. Very much looking forward to this race. So here we go. We've got 8 viewers apparently. YouTube says 6, but I'm going to choose to believe the PS4. So welcome in everyone. You've chosen a good track to watch. Austria always produces some great races. It can be very nervy to drive on if you're stuck in a DRS train, especially at the start of the race, but certainly a great one to watch. And good luck to you too as well, Rick. So when they come for the formation lap, and wonder if any of you in the chat can send me any predictions for your podiums. I'd love to hear them. I think speed's looking pretty formidable, but of course I don't know what's going to happen with this controller. It's been playing up for him all day, so hopefully he's going to be okay, but it's tough to say. I'm going to go with Amir P1, Glitch P2 and Speed P3, and Avi P4. Might as well just extend it a bit. I'd love to hear other predictions for the podium. Better be quick because the formation lap's nearly over already. Austria, of course, such a short track, so not a lot of time to comment before the end of the formation lap, but good that we can get racing as soon as possible as Speed comes around the final corner to take his spot on the grid. Scott says Amir, Glitch and Ugoni. Fair enough. I think around Austria, like, obviously if you're getting stuck in a DRS train, it can be tricky, but everyone's pace is so equal, so it's really hard to say. Speed DNF. Oh, I hope not, because it would just be a miserable end to his already miserable day after APPF1 earlier, but we'll have to see as the lights are coming on. 4, 5 red lights. And we're off for the Austrian Grand Prix. Speed gets a really good start. Amir's just looked like he was alongside, but didn't get alongside in the end, and he has to settle down. There's cars side by side everywhere through turn 1, as there's an Alfa Romeo very wide. That's Vardy, but Speed leads the race very comfortably. A good start for him, and good start for others as well. Avi's lost a place, crucial to his teammate, as Zuba sends it on Ugoni into turn 3. That's a really good move from Zuba, as, oh, it's that lost stock, nearly loses it. Nearly puts it in the wall. I think he managed to save the car just before, as oh my god, everything's happening. I can't really follow everything. Ugoni now dives down the inside of Zuba into turn 4. Can he make the move? Yes, he can, and that's Ted spun round at turn 4. Very unfortunate for him. I'm going to keep on onboard cams just so it's easier to see the action at the moment, because it's, I mean, there's action everywhere. Rick already up to P13. Womax, it looks like, has lost a couple of positions as well. He's had a moment. Aces versus Kings. Don't go for a move there. Oh, that would have been quite something if he'd made a move into that corner. Speed Alcoholic very comfortable at the front though. Amir just under a second behind. Here comes Aces down the inside of Zuba in towards turn 1, and it looks like he's made the move. He has done, and now Zuba's under pressure from his teammate. They're 3 abreast. Avi onto the grass. They're 3 abreast coming into turn 3. There's a squeeze for Zuba. Who's going to come out on top here? It's going to be Avi on the inside of Aces, and he does indeed take the position. Great stuff from Avi. Very brave to keep his foot in there on the grass with 3 abreast, but it's going to be tight again as they come into turn 4. Zuba tries to make a move on Aces but backs out of it in the end, and now things are maybe starting to calm down as Rick makes his way into P12 on the mediums. I'm so sorry, I don't have telemetry enabled. I completely forgot about that. Yeah, those were position changes for this first couple of laps. Rick's made up 6, Tier's made up 4 as well. Good start from him. And Avi's made up 1 in the end after a not so good start for him. But a great, brave move as Speed sets the fastest lap again. He's pulling away from Amir already. Is that Vardy just behind? Yeah, was already into a DRS train situation now as DRS has been enabled. I'm just going to put tyres on the screen so we can see those guys on mediums at the back as Vardy now looks to make a move on Zuba. He's round the outside. Zuba's just shipping positions now after a fantastic start that he had, but he just can't keep it up, and Vardy round the outside. Very good move from him. Up towards turn 3, is Zuba going to have a chance to fight back? I don't think so. No, he's not. So Tier also makes the move with DRS on Lostock in towards turn number 4. And I think now things are finally starting to calm down. Glitch is right behind Amir, who's losing a bunch of time to Speed every single lap. He's already over a second behind, and that's going to leave him vulnerable to the AlphaTauri. The championship leader just needs to keep his head. He knows there's not long left to go in this championship. He's got a comfortable lead. He will see Avi in P5, so he'll be hoping that he stays there. But Ugoni now sets fastest lap. Avi as well, of course, Speed without DRS. So yeah, with 3 DRS zones around here, you can only really set the fastest lap if you've got it. As Glitch now, Amir gets a terrible exit out of turn 1, and here comes Glitch up towards turn 3. He's ahead before the corner with the DRS, and Amir down to P3 now, and there's only 2 cars, well, 1 car between Amir and Avi, the 2 championship rivals. It's Ugoni in the Haas. Glitch, is he going to be able to make a move into turn 4? No, he nearly goes into the back of Glitch under braking, but manages to keep it clean. Zuba as well, right behind Vardy. I've got my drink in one hand and my controller in the other. I'm trying to cycle through, but Zuba still right behind it in that Mercedes. And yeah, okay, gaps are starting to calm down a little bit as we get settled in our DRS trains. Lostock already with a 3-second time penalty. He's not going to be happy about that, but of course very easy to do around here, especially with elite settings. Glitch now with the fastest lap with those DRS gains on Amir. Speed did set it briefly though, so he is absolutely flying in that Alfa Romeo. He's loving this at the moment. Hopefully his controller behaves. Yeah, the DRS train's definitely beginning to manifest now, but here comes Zuba back on Vardy down the inside towards turn 3, but he's gone too deep, and Vardy's going to have that back. Thank you very much. And yeah, there's a bit of a Sergio Perez there. Just as Vans Racing now goes down the inside of Lostock in towards turn 4, and he's going to make the move. Is Rick going to make an opportunistic move as well? He's side by side with the Aston Martin as they come into the second sector. What can he do round the outside on those medium tyres? Are those softs already struggling? I'm not sure. Ugoni looks like he's lost it. Ugoni has lost it, and he's back on track, but he's all the way down to P11, P12, and disaster for Ugoni, disaster for Scott's prediction as well at this, as it stands. Yeah, action happening up and down the grid at the moment. And so this DRS train is the one to watch for action, as it were, as Vans Racing looks to the inside of turn 1 but decides against it in the end, and Rick has to react. As now they come towards turn 4. Is that Zuba and Vardy side by side yet again? Yes, it is. And Zuba back through again. Vans Racing down the inside of Tier into P8. And Rick just looking for a way back through. Zuba's lost it. Disaster for Zuba. He's lost it out of turn 3. It's so easy to do. He's got no front wing, and he's going to be gutted about that. He was driving so well. As Now this DRS train really hotting up. Rick trying to make a move on Tier down the inside through turn 5 as Tier goes very, very, very deep. Missed his braking point completely into the gravel, and he's caused a couple of yellow flags, I think. Avi, yeah, anytime anyone tries to go down the inside and then misses their braking point and goes all the way down off the track and then loses the position again, just that Sergio Perez quote comes into my mind. He's not too clever, this guy. I love that quote, I really do. But it looks like Rick is going to make a move on Vardy now. He doesn't know where to go, round the outside eventually, and he's going to make the move before the corner with DRS. Vans Racing having a go as well. This is a great view. I wish it always stayed in this helicopter view. It's a really nice view to commentate on, as Avi now right behind Amir, his championship rival. The two rivals right next to each other. We've got to keep an eye on this. Avi looking to get past and try and make some points up on his rival today. He's 11.5 or 12.5, I can't quite remember, points down. And of course with the close point system we have here, and with speed very much up ahead in first place at the moment, two and a bit seconds. He's looking very comfortable, so Avi needs to make this move as we've got more yellow flags. Is that Speed Alcoholic? Just as I said, he was looking comfortable. He spun around the final corner, and now Glitch takes the race lead. I've cursed him. What have I done? I shouldn't have said that. Speed Alcoholic down into P8. I don't know if that was a controller issue or if he lost it. It's tough to say. But Avi now side by side with his championship rival in towards turn 3. He's down the inside of the Mercedes. Is there contact? No, there isn't. It didn't look like it anyway. Ace is looking to make a move as well on his teammate, but Avi, he has to find a better opportunity than that, and now he's under pressure from Aces in the other Alpine, but Aces decides against making a move. For his own safety, I think there. But high drama here, the two championship rivals really coming to terms. And Tier with the 3 second, everyone's getting 3 second time penalties at the moment. And Glitch is there as well. He's just about holding on to the race lead. We've got a 4-car train battle for the race lead here as Amir goes a little bit wide. I think he might have gotten a warning for that unless he slowed down enough. So these penalties, we've got to keep an eye on them, because I think Austria races can easily be decided by 3 second time penalties, so we'll have to keep an eye on those as the race wears on. Lostock is into the pits. I don't know if he has damage or if he's come in for a stop already. Rick has now got a 3 second time penalty on those medium tyres as well, as Amir just doesn't have the pace to make a move on Glitch yet. What am I talking about? I'd love if I could find my words all the time. That would be very nice. Kapitanov as well, just behind Sebmail. I'm looking at the gaps across the grid, but yeah, DRS trains in full effect here as Vans Racing just behind Vardy. I've got to keep an eye on everything here. There's action all over the grid as Kapitanov round the outside off Sebmail. He tries it up towards turn 4. He can't quite make it stick though, unsurprisingly, and he's going to have to sit behind that AlphaTauri a little bit longer. Vans Racing just behind. Yeah, there's two very big DRS trains going on here. The top 4 and then Rick all the way down to Speed as well, and Speed's going to find it difficult to get past these guys even with his superior pace. If you're stuck at the back of a DRS train, it's so hard around here to take advantage, as Amir still can't get that pace that required on Glitch. Glitch is just absolutely fantastic out of turn 1. Look, he's even got more ERS. You must be absolutely blitzing it through turn 1 as Vans and Speed come together. They're side by side out of turn 3, but it looks like Speed is going to make the move. He's trying to get his way back up the grid, of course, and he does indeed make his way up into 7th place. And of course, with those guys ahead with penalties, he's currently running provisionally P5, but he's not going to be worried about that. He needs to get past these guys. He needs to unleash his pace once more, because at the moment he's not able to. As Kapitanov still stuck. Is that... Oh, it's Glitch into the pits, or did Avi spin? It's tough to say. No, Glitch and Aces both into the pits. Okay, it's tough to see with the gaps at the moment. So that means Avi and Amir on their own fight for the race lead as the others come into the pits in this train. So here comes Avi. He's going to have the DRS. Amir's got no protection, and Avi into the race lead he goes up towards turn number 3. He does make the move, but is Amir going to be able to come back at him? Up towards turn 4, the Mercedes got the DRS, but he didn't get the exit. That was a terrible exit for the Mercedes. He was right behind Avi until midway down the straight. So Avi up into P1, but will he pit this lap? Will Amir pit this lap as well? Where are they going to come out? The undercut, if I remember rightly, it's been a while since I raced Austria, but I do seem to remember the undercut's very powerful around here. So those guys who just pitted, that'll be Glitch and Aces. Don't be surprised to see them come out ahead of these two, as Avi and Amir both stay out, so they're going long into this race. As oh, hi Hayes, welcome to the stream. As these two championship rivals still right next to each other, but Amir, again, he just doesn't have those exits out of turn 1 and turn 3. He just can't get it right on the other cars, and he just can't make those opportunities work. And again, just a terrible exit out of turn 3, and he can't make the DRS work. So he's going to be still stuck behind his rival, as Vardy just behind Speed. I think that's Speed up into P4, so he's on a charge back up the field. But when's he going to pit? He's notorious, of course, for taking those tyres very, very long distances, Speed Alcoholic. So remains to be seen if he's going to do the same today as Ace versus Kings gets past Glitch. They're side by side, the two drivers who pitted last lap, and Glitch is back in front again as they come towards turn 5, and I think, or is it 6? I think it's 6. And Glitch is going to stay ahead for now, but they're going to have DRS as Avi now comes into the pits, but Amir stays out. He's going very long into this race. Is Speed staying out as well? Yes, he is. So don't count out the Alfa Romeo yet. He's got the pace to catch back up to those guys. Where is Avi going to come out, more importantly? Where are Glitch and Aces? They're just coming down the straight now. So is Avi going to come out behind them? Yes, he is. He's going to come out well behind this train. So Glitch is right behind Tier as well. He's going to have that DRS. And Moti Peretz, in fact, has got out ahead of Aces versus Kings. Oh no, they've just come up to Moti Peretz. So yeah, Moti hasn't stopped yet, and he's just let both Alpines through, as Avi now down the inside of his teammate, who goes very wide in overtaking the Ferrari, and Avi takes full advantage yet again, and he's up into P7. Amir, is he going to come in this lap, I wonder? He's going to lose so much time. We've already seen how powerful that undercut is. As Moti Peretz back in front of Aces again. I'm not sure what happened there. I think that was DRS. Does Aces have damage? Does Aces have damage? He does. He doesn't have his front right end plate. Aces has damaged his front wing. He's going to have to come in again, and he's ruined his race. That's so unfortunate for the Alpine driver, as Amir does indeed come into the pits. So here we go. What's going to happen here? Avi needs to get past the Williams of Tier as soon as he can as well. He's going down the inside of turn 1, and he's ahead well before the corner. So here we go. Amir is out of the pits, and he is indeed behind these guys, but he is in front of Moti Peretz, so that is important. But he's well down on Avi now, 2 seconds down. Lostock getting past Sebmail as well on the straight. I think that was must have been a terrible exit for Sebmail out of turn 1. So yeah, Avi looking to catch back up to Glitch now to get back into the net race lead, because those top 3 drivers haven't stopped yet. Rick, I'm sure, is just enjoying leading the race for now, but he has got Speed right behind him. Avi sets a purple sector too. He's loving those medium tyres as things are calming down a little bit. Ugoni's trying to make his way back up the grid as well after his spin earlier. He was looking on the cards for a race victory or podium, but he's down as Speed finally comes into the pits. Avi does indeed set the fastest lap. Speed onto the medium tyres. No, speed onto the softs. Speed onto the softs. So he is going soft, medium. Don't know where he's going to come out the pits. He's going to come out in traffic. Is he going to be ahead of Seb Mail? No, I don't think so. He's going to be side by side with him. It's going to be close. It's going to be very close, but Seb Mail is indeed ahead. Is Speed going to send one into turn 3? No, he's not. He's going to be sensible and wait for the opportunity. He has just hit the back of the AlphaTauri though, so caught off guard by Seb Mail's slow exit. I don't think he's got any damage. I hope not. But yeah, Speed trying to make his way back up. Amir still about 3 seconds down on Avi. He's just about gotten past Tia as Speed Alcoholic finally gets back past Seb Mail, and he should stay in front of the AlphaTauri as well. Avi now within a second of Glitch though. This is a fight for the net race lead. Remember, Rick and Vans both haven't pitted, but Vans is doing Glitch a favour here. He's giving the AlphaTauri DRS. As Speed now gets a 3-second time penalty. Amir's into the pits again. What happened? What happened to Amir? He must have had damage. I don't know what happened to him. But he's into the pits again, and the championship leader is falling down and down the grid. Down to P13. P14. Amir all the way down. I don't know what happened. I didn't catch what happened to him, but he's taken some damage. And he's all the way down to the back of the grid now. So, Avi sees the opportunity. He wants this net race lead, because if he can get the race win here, those 22 points are going to be crucial. Those extra 2 points for winning the race. With Amir having an absolute nightmare at the back there. Glitch as well, looking to get past Vans. He still hasn't been able to. Despite that DRS and Vans being on those very old mediums now. Kapitanov gets himself a 3-second time penalty. Is Vans coming in? No, he's not. Yellow flags, that's Kapitanov, who's round again in Sector 2. Just a quick sip of my drink. As Glitch again trying to get past Vans. Avi's got to be careful here. Don't take any unnecessary risks, Avi. Your championship rival is looking to be well down the grid, and unless he gets some very good luck with a safety car, he's going to struggle. As Glitch finally gets past Vans Racing, Avi can't follow him through, but will he try up towards turn number 4? He's pressing his overtake button down the inside of the Haas, and he's comfortably through before any drama is caused, and Vans just not really fighting that one too hard. He knows he's not in these guys' races. Vardy with a 3-second time penalty. As well as Glitch makes a huge error out of turn 5. There's contact between the two. You can see by the hand of rage, and Glitch has lost it. Avi into the race lead. Glitch had a terrible moment out of turn 5, and then Avi straight through, and then he just lost it on the exit of turn number 7 or 8, and Speed Alcoholics through as well. So Avi is in a massive position here. He is absolutely the favourite to win this race at the moment. We're about halfway through the race, but Avi is looking very, very strong, although Speed on those softs is going to be charging back towards him in that Alfa Romeo. But Avi knows he needs to get that race win, because those extra 2 points could be crucial in this championship battle. Amir all the way down in P12 at the moment. He's going to go up to P11 because Tia's pitted, and he's gotten himself a 5-second penalty for speeding. Just to cap things off. Let's have a quick look at the penalty situation. So Speed on 3, Rick on 3, Vans on 3. Avi still on no penalties. He's going to want to keep it that way, especially if Speed is going to be able to catch him before the end of this race. Glitch also on 0 penalties for now. Zuba is shipping positions left, right and centre. I'm sorry I've missed that. I thought he pitted, but no, he is losing positions, and in fact he's all the way down to P14 now, so he's lost a couple of positions and gets himself a 3-second time penalty. That's a very unfortunate place to get a penalty. Going too far inside at turn 4, that's not what you want to see. And he's trying to get through Moti Peretz now in the Ferrari. He can't quite get it done yet. As he goes for a little bit of a slide there through that penultimate corner, as Glitch and Lostock now side by side up towards turn 3, and Glitch I don't think he's up into P5. I think Lostock was trying to overtake him there. But he's got no ERS left, nothing to attack with, so Glitch is going to keep that position with his 30%. But Avi just needs to stay comfortable now. Just don't take risks, Avi. Don't go on those curbs. Don't go on those risky curbs. There's no need. Just bring it home. And don't use that much ERS either. Save it for when they approach you. Oh, God, that was close. You don't want to sort of just tap the curb there. Just be careful, Avi. Just be careful. He knows he's got an opportunity here to claw back almost all of those points on Amir. Scott, how many races to go after this one? As Vans loses it, very unfortunate on those mediums that are now very old, 19-lap-old mediums. Lostock gets himself a time penalty as well, but he's down around the outside of Glitch again. These two side by side once more, but Glitch just parks his car in the right place. Good defending from the AlphaTauri, but Lostock is going to have the DRS, and he's got some battery left, but not enough. He's going to try it around the outside of turn 4. Is he going to make it? No. No way. Glitch is not going to let that happen. And the Aston Martin has to stay behind. This is the penultimate race. Thank you, Scott. So, if Avi can win this race, he's going to be in fantastic stead with Amir all the way down in P11. Can you go to the end on mediums? No, surely not. They're going to have to stop again, right? As Vans onto the gravel. That's unfortunate. And he's got a 10-second time penalty. And another 3-second time penalty. Wow, Codemasters really didn't like him there. He's lost his front wing as well, so that's a safety car, in fact. He's brought out a safety car. Despite not DNFing, he's brought out a safety car, and that's awful news for Avi. That's just what he didn't want to see. So him and Rick, it's perfect news for Rick. Is he going to be able to take those softs to the end? Actually, I think the mediums can go to the end from where Avi is. I think Rick's going to pit for the softs and maybe try and take them to the end. I think he can probably do it. It would be tight. Is that rain? Oh, I forgot it was going to start raining. So this safety car is incredible timing for drama in terms of this race. Vans is in for the Inters. I don't know if that's early or if that's a good decision. Oh, now the drivers have got decisions to make. Amir all the way back up to P7 already. Race is indeed wide open now. As the rain begins to fall. A couple of drivers, 3 drivers on the Inters. Rick stays out, which is it's a decision. It's a decision. I'm not going to say any more than that. I think what he's doing, he's trying to make sure he's going to pit this lap probably and then take the Inters to the end. But then he's just going to fall all the way back down. He had an opportunity here, but Avi is indeed onto the Inters. So he thinks it's going to stay wet. He thinks it's going to get wetter. Vardy gets a 5-second penalty. That's unfortunate. Everyone's still in this race, by the way. That's really good to see. No DNFs yet. Avi's got to be careful on those Inters. Glitch also on Inters. Vardy onto the Inters. Amir, is he going on the Inters as well? Yes, he is. Championship leader. Onto the intermediate tyres. This is perfect for him. It's just what he needed. So he's going to be thanking his lucky stars for this safety car that Vans has unfortunately caused. Who's going to get out ahead? It's going to be Amir. Wumax isn't going to try and sort of take advantage of that pit exit. So, Avi and Amir, now only 3 cars, well, 3 positions separate them after it was looking so good for Avi earlier, and then this safety car has just thrown everything open. Very unfortunate for the championship challenger. Rick finally in, as is Speed and Lostock. They're all in, I'm assuming for the Inters. So Avi will now take the race lead. Where are these guys going to come out? Are they going to come out ahead or behind Amir? That's the crucial thing. I think they're going to be ahead. Yeah, they are going to be well ahead. So Amir He's got a lot of work to do, but he doesn't have a penalty, which is very, very big, actually. Because I think all those drivers ahead of him do have penalties. Yeah, look at that. Rick, Speed, Vardy, and Lostock, all with penalties. So Amir could still be on for a podium here. Is Amir going to pull off another Amir recovery? Well, it remains to be seen, but right now he's in a pretty good position. He's certainly in a much better position than he was a couple of minutes ago. So he's going to be very thankful for this safety car. Womack and Aces have both chosen to stay on the slicks. So yeah, some interesting decisions from our drivers. I don't know if they checked the weather before the race, because everyone else seems to think it's going to stay wet. I wonder if we'll see these guys come in and realise their mistake. But yeah, Amir's got a lot of work to do. But although we have seen him spin on a safety car restart in intermediate conditions before, although last time he did that, he won the race. So you can never tell sometimes. Avi is going to be absolutely furious at this safety car, because it's brought his rival back in the game. It's taken away his very comfortable lead. Yeah, he's not going to be happy about this at all. Womack and Aces both stay out. Is the Ferrari, is Moti Peretz coming in for Inters? No, he stays out as well. And then Ted is lapped, so yeah, a chance to have a drink. Very thirsty. There's some position changes going on. I'm not sure how that's happening. Okay. Safety car will be in this lap. So Avi now becomes the effective safety car, to use Sumo's famous line. And he's going to be leading them up towards the line. When's he going to decide to punch it? He's keeping up with the safety car for now, so he's going to slow it down pretty soon, I would have thought. He's beginning to slow it down, but not that much. I wonder when he's going to punch it. Womack is spinning all the way to the back. Obviously those mediums were a poor choice, but he's gone already. That's very, very early for Avi in terms of where the safety car is, at least. But he's caught out Glitch perfectly. Perfect restart for him, as that Aces is out of the race on those soft tyres. It's kind of expected, given what was already happening, as Glitch goes very wide, and that invites Rick up into P2 now in the McLaren. He does have a penalty, remember, but that's huge for Avi if these two guys are fighting, because he can just extend his gap. As Speed Alcoholic has a look as well down the inside towards turn 3. We've got still yellow flags in sector 3, no safety car or anything as of yet. Vardy is well down on the top 4 already, and Amir is still in P7. So he hasn't been able to make any progress at the restart, as these guys all speed right behind Glitch. Now he's going down the inside through turn 5 rather. He's going to make the move, is he, in the Alfa Romeo? He's going to try down the inside. He's still got the corner, and Glitch is going to cut back through turn 7. I don't believe that, but he hasn't made it stick. It was a wonderful attempt, though. As Avi is not able to get away from Rick. Rick looking very fast here, as that's Womack's, or Moti Peretz, sorry, going off the track in sector 2. But yeah, wow, what a battle this is. Amir also trying to get through Lostock as soon as he can, as Rick goes very wide. Is that going to invite the door for Speed? Yes, it is. We don't have DRS, of course, because of the wet weather, and Speed is going to go round the outside. He's still looking for a race win, the Alfa Romeo driver, of course. as Rick squeezes him round the corner. They both get good exits, but I think Speed is going to have the momentum to get past the McLaren rather. They're still side by side up towards turn 4. Speed brakes very late. Rick is still there. They're still side by side through. There's a little bit of contact between them. And Avi, you need to take advantage of this, but he can't. He's still not gotten away from these guys as Rick just about manages to keep the position for now. This is great racing between these guys. Amir still not able to make any progress down in P7 as Speed gets himself another 3-second time penalty. That is crucial. That's just what Avi wanted to see, because if Speed is indeed faster than him and does manage to get past, all Avi needs to do is stay within 6 seconds and he will win this race. So they're still going, these drivers, as Lostock is now just behind Vardy. Amir is watching just behind as well in that Mercedes. He knows they've got penalties. He doesn't need to take too many risks. He just wants damage control at the moment as Speed, again, down round the outside of Rick up towards turn number 3. He's not going to make it stick. He's going to try the cutback, but you can't really cut back in the wet. Yeah, indeed, he's going to have trouble. He doesn't know where to go. Rick is forcing him to the outside into the inside, but Speed eventually goes down the inside, and it looks like he's going to make the move. Rick is going to fight him as much as he can, but I think Speed's got it done now in the Alfa Romeo. He does indeed. So good fighting between those guys. Who's that off? I think that's a back marker. Yeah, it's Kapitanov, so... I was worried it was Avi for a second, as Rick is back again on Speeds. He's not leaving him alone. Kapitanov gets himself a 10-second time penalty, same as what happened to Vans. That's very unfortunate. I think maybe the stewards will have a look at that one. But Rick's still right behind Speed. He's not letting him breathe. Speed thought once he's gotten past Rick he would be able to chase after Avi, but Rick has other ideas in that McLaren, and of course Glitch is behind them with no penalty. He's just thinking, right, all I need to do is stick with these guys and I will have myself a podium, and a very well deserved one at that. He's driven very well today. Here comes Rick. He's not going to have the pace to get through, as Speed has now saved up enough ERS to fight him off. Of course, very easy to save up ERS in the wet conditions, and yeah, indeed, Rick unable to make a move, but he's still keeping the Alfa Romeo honest as he goes very deep into turn 4, nearly hits the back of Speed, as he nearly gets a huge moment on the exit as well, and nearly ends up in the wall, as Amir finally gets his way past Lost Dock. So that is big. Of course, Vardy with the penalty, so Amir's not too worried about getting past. As I said, he's still in provisionally P5 at the moment. It might even be P4 because of Speed's 6 seconds. Everyone's on inters, so I can keep an eye on the penalties. Speed on 6, Rick on 3. Avi, of course, on none. Amir and Glitch also on none. Vardy gets himself another penalty. He's up to 14 seconds now. As they come through turn 1 once more. It's a bit of a train now, but Speed is within a second of Avi. With Rick trying to keep him honest, but I think once Speed catches up to Avi, Rick is going to look for an opportunity to make the most of a battle between those two, because Avi, of course, really needs this win, especially with Amir coming back up the grid. He's currently in P5. He might end up in P4 if it goes badly wrong for Speed, and if he does, that would be 5 points gained for Avi only, which is very, very good damage control for Amir if he can manage that. With only one race to go, he would be about 6.5 or 7.5 points ahead, which is quite substantial. I don't know how good these guys are at Brazil, but Amir's usually pretty quick, and if he can just keep it on track and stay in the top sort of 6 or 7 next week, then he will win the title. He just needs to make no more mistakes from this point onwards. He's still right behind Vardy. I'm keeping an eye on Speed as well. He's right behind Avi, who is desperate to win this race, and Speed looks, he has a dive down the inside maybe. He definitely has a look, and he makes Avi go wide. In fact, it distracted Avi, having the Alfa Romeo sort of force him off his line, as it were. Well, he didn't really force him, he sort of scared him off the track. And Avi down into P2, but of course those 6 seconds for Speed Alcoholic could end up being crucial. But Avi is now going to defend from Rick as well, so with 6 or 7 laps to go, it's certainly not over, as Rick gets a huge moment, manages to keep the car on the track just about. He'll be very happy he's managed to do that. Amir still looking to get past the Alfa Romeo of Vardy, who's driving very well despite his penalties. His Speed has lost the position back to Avi. I'm not sure what happened there. I think he must have made a mistake and Avi was back through, but they're now side by side up the home straight up towards turn 1. Speed on the inside, and he's going to take the corner and take the position back. So Avi had a sniff of P1 once more, but he's back down again. But of course, those 6 seconds of penalties, Avi knows he just needs to stay safe. But now Rick is having a go as well down the inside of the Alpine in towards turn number 3. And Avi still manages to keep the car there. And Rick still just behind, taking that slipstream. He's going to go down the inside into turn 4 as well. Avi's just saying, leave me alone, please, Rick. I just want to win this race on those penalties. But Rick, he wants that win as well, because he knows if he can get ahead of Avi and pull 3 seconds and stay within 3 of Speed, then he'll be in the race victory position as well. So it's all kicking off here. Avi down to P3, but he is winning out on penalties as it stands, with 5 laps to go in this race. He goes a bit wide there as well. He's really pushing to keep with these guys. He knows he has to win this race to have any chance in this championship. With Amir down in P6, of course, I don't know if Avi will be checking the mini-map to see where Amir is. Controller ran out of battery. I'm back. Sorry. Is everything working? Everything working? Moti Peretz is retired from the session. We've got another safety car. That's huge for Avi. That's just what he wanted. Right at the end of the race, there's another safety car, and that has neutralized everything. And now Avi is going to be well on for this race win. Moti Peretz into the wall there. You can see him. As Tia gets herself a drive through. Oh no, Tia. Okay, good. I'm glad. I had to switch controllers very quickly there. Seb Mail gets himself another 3-second time penalty under the safety car. That's not ideal for him. But yeah, well, I say it's ideal for Avi, but then Amir is now going to be in contention for a podium now. Believe it or not, because of those penalties from Speed and Rick, with the safety car bringing everyone back together again, Amir is going to be on for a podium on penalties, because the safety car is going to give them, what, 1 or 2 laps of racing? And Speed isn't going to pull 6 seconds. Rick, I don't know if he's going to pull 3 seconds. It's certainly going to be close, so Amir, in a really good position once more. He's kept his head despite the mess that happened to him earlier, and he is in contention for at least P4 now, with this very lucky safety car for him right at the end of the race. And Avi, again, just a safety car screwing him once more. It was the same earlier on in the race, and this one has not served him too well either. I mean, as long as he doesn't make any mistakes, he should win the race. Although Glitch is now right behind him as well, so Glitch is going to put him under pressure for the race win, because of course he also has no penalties. So yeah, it's tough to call. It's really tough to call right now. Avi knows he has to win the race. He's under so much pressure to win this race. Those extra 2 points, crucial for the championship. As we head into the last race of the season in Brazil next week. While under the safety car, I'm just going to make sure I know what the gap is between them. So the gap is, it's 13.5 points. So if Amir finished P4, that would be 5 points gained. So it would be 8.5 points going to the last race of the season, which is quite a significant gap. It really is, because all it means is that Amir just has to finish in the top 6, and he will win the title. And judging by his consistency and performances this season, I don't think he'll have much trouble doing that. So Amir just needs to keep it clean, and he will be well and truly the favourite to win this championship. If he isn't already, Ted's AI is going to score some decent points. Yeah, it's going to get 5 points out of it. Well, his AI is. I don't think he will. But so, yeah, safety car made things very, very interesting towards the end of this race, and it will be in this lap. So here's Speed Alcoholic in the race lead. He's going to be thinking when to send it. He knows he needs to pull 6 seconds to win this race in 2 laps. I don't think even he is capable of that, but I mean, it's motor racing. It's not done until the final checkered flag. So when is he going to punch it? Right on board to find out. Here gets himself a 5-second penalty. That's a lot of penalties he's now got. Has he gone? He's gone now. No, he hasn't. He's not gone yet. Rick thought he had gone. Now he's gone. So Speed really caught Rick out there, and Avi straight up into P2. Great stuff from the Alpine. Opportunistic move. He's down the inside, but Rick brakes very late. He's going to go really, really, really wide out of turn 1. And he will take the position back, but I don't think Avi will be too happy about that. Van's Racing has spun at turn 1. That's very unfortunate for him. But Avi trying to look down the inside, but he can't find a way through. Glitch is having a look as well. Speed has already made up a second, but he's got to make up 6, and that's going to be tricky. Kapitanov. Ugoni, is that Amir down another position, but Ugoni with that time penalty, so Amir's not going to be too unhappy about that. As he goes back down the inside of the Haas and takes P6 back again. Ugoni, by the way, a really good recovery from him as well. After his spin earlier on, he's up into P7, which will be P6 after Vardy's penalties. But yeah, Glitch still right behind Avi. Avi's lost time to Rick. He's got to be careful. There's 1 lap to go. I might switch the gap to leader. So he's 3 seconds behind Speed. He just needs to not lose 3 seconds to the race leader, and he will win this race. Here he comes. Glitch is just not close enough to make any sort of move. Amir is looking very comfortable. He just needs to finish this lap, and he will be, I think he will end up in P4? P5 possibly? We've got yellow flags. That's someone coming into the pits. No, it will be P4. He's already 6 seconds down on Speed, and 4.5 down on Rick. So yeah, it will be P5 for Amir as it stands. So he'll lose 6 points to Avi, and the gap will be 7.5 points going into the last race of the season. Speed is trying his absolute best. He's pushing very hard to try and build up that gap, and he's doing a really good job actually. He's nearly pulled 6 seconds. It's 4.5 in 2 laps, 4.5 seconds to Avi. But I think Avi is going to do just enough to win this race. They come to the final corner. Speed Alcoholic comes around the final corner. He's pushing as hard as he can to try and win this race. Can he take the position off Rick as well? Rick gets another penalty. That's crucial. That's 6 seconds, and that might mean Amir gets into P4 as well. Glitch is DNF'd in the last corner. Oh, it's a disaster, and Amir gets on the podium. I don't believe it. Glitch. Oh, he's going to be absolutely devastated. I can't imagine crashing at the final corner. Oh my word. 9.5 seconds. 9.5 points rather will be the gap between Avi and Amir, at least pre-stewards. for the last race of the season, which is a huge gap, and Amir will be feeling very comfortable with a gap like that. But and he's had a great recovery to come back to P3. That lack of penalties was crucial. But it is Avi who takes the race victory. That's all he needed to do. He's done everything that he could possibly do today. Who got the fastest lap? That's a good question, because that will be an extra point. We'll have to find out when we get into the standings. But wow, what a race! Action throughout and across the grid. A glitch has left the session. I don't blame him. I would be absolutely devastated if I was him. Avi does take the race win. Fastest lap goes to Speed, so he'll get the extra point. So yeah, the gap will be 9.5 points going into Brazil, which is yeah, Amir's going to be feeling pretty comfortable. All he needs to do is finish 22. All he needs to do is finish in the top 6 next week, and he will win the title. I think. Wait, fastest lap. Hang on. 15, 22, 7, 7th? 14, 22. That's 8 gap. Okay. Yeah. If Avi gets fastest lap, then it'll be top 8 he needs. But realistically, Amir, all he needs to do is finish in the top 9 drivers next week, and he will win the title. So. He's got to be feeling confident. And yeah, well done, Rick. Well done. Last to third. That was a very good race for you. But that will be your Austrian Grand Prix. Well done to Amir. Not Amir, to Avi. What am I talking about? To Avi. For winning the race for Alpine. And we'll be back next week for the final race of ESRL Season 1 in Brazil. It's going to be a cracker. Do not miss it for the world. And I will see you next time. Goodbye.